Hi everyone, my name is Sarah Beth, and I just finished reading Confessions of a Shopaholic by Sophie Kinsella. Please forgive me if I'm mispronouncing that name. This book is about 300 pages long, and it's just fun. It's what I might call bubblegum reading. It's not exactly something you have to use your mind for. There's actually a 2009 film that came out based off this novel. And I think, even though I have not seen said film, this book reads exactly like a rom-com. An early 2000s rom-com, to be specific. So if that is your genre, I think you should go for this book. To put it frankly, this book follows a woman named Rebecca. She's a financial journalist writing for Successful Savings, which is a magazine. And essentially, she doesn't really take anything in her life very seriously. No relationships, bills, because she's a shopaholic and she cannot stop shopping, and she has amassed this very large amount of debt that she seems to be hiding from herself and everyone else, and she tells all these lies, and she's very deceitful. And honestly, it never catches up with her. Um, this book is not realistic. You can just turn off your brain and enjoy the ride. It's very quick read. You could read it in a few hours. I think that it's cute. I don't think it really enriched my life, to say the least. I think that if you're in a reading slump and just want something simple to just get in the act of reading again, I think this is probably perfect. If this is, of course, your genre. If you're trying to get back into it, and let's say you love fantasy or sci-fi, or even, I know some people that love historical novels, you should read that instead. Like, read what you love. And if you love trash, this is trash. It's good trash, but, the prose isn't anything to, write home about. And it's very much like the meanderings of almost a Valley Girl. It's very superficial. She never learns anything along the way, really. I mean, even at the end, she's like, well, maybe I won't buy all of this. And I go, good for you. You decide to stop spending like $200 on shopping a day. It's insane the amount this woman spends. I mean, forgive me if, obviously, this is a real addiction. This is a real problem people have. Being in debt is nothing to laugh about, but this book has made it funny. Even look at the tagline on the cover. It says, "Going broke has never been this much fun." Going broke is not fun. The main character, she's very childish. She's 25 years old. I think if maybe you're in that age bracket, you can relate quite a bit to this character. If maybe this is your life, she's very reliant on everyone else, and even in her job, I don't know how she got so lucky with her job, because she's going to all these press releases and champagne lunches, and she's not paying attention, and she keeps her job. Like, how can you leave things early, not pay attention to the presentations, and still have a job and be able to write? I mean, I guess that says something about her writing capabilities. And in the end, I guess you realize that she actually has been taking in this financial knowledge. She's like, oh, maybe I actually am smart. And then, I know it's wrong of me to say, but in my head, I wanted to tell her, like, no, you are stupid. You don't deserve to have amassed any knowledge on this subject, especially with how you've completely disregarded the financial system. And yeah, I think one of the biggest, it's the biggest downfall of the book for me, because I love realism. I love, obviously, my favorite actually era in cinema is 70s, because it's, all those bittersweet endings when everything is still very, very realistic and on par with real life, but at the same time, it's not too depressing. You could cry, because, once again, bittersweet does have that effect on you, but this is not that book. This book is very fake. I'm sorry, it upsets me that the main character gets to win this much at the end, and nothing comes back to haunt her. She has the bank chasing after her. Her cards are turned off. How is she able to support herself? I don't even know how she's made it this long in life. It genuinely worries me. I also she's not very good friend. I mean, unless you call buying presents for people, I guess maybe that's a good friend. That is a show of love, even platonic love. But I don't think there's many redeeming qualities to our main character. If you enjoy that sort of thing, go for it. I think the main character is so shallow, and I didn't wish her the best. Quite honestly, I do think that she's one-dimensional, but I think that being said, the whole point of the book is just to have fun. And that's what it does. Do not obviously disregard it, because a lot of work did go into this book. And I do think that to a degree it was well researched, because obviously there are some financial points to the novel, because she's a financial journalist, so you do actually have to know some bit of knowledge to write that in there. I think my favorite part of the novel was there's a job interview, and she lied so much on her resume that she has to try to speak Finnish to her final interviewer, and she literally just runs away. I think, to a degree, this character is everything you want to be. She's constantly daydreaming. She's like, I'll win the lottery. My life will be great. I'll marry rich. My life will be great. She's just constantly daydreaming and not actively taking hold of her life. And it's adorable, but also kind of sick. Anyway, yeah, if you're a reading slump or something along those lines, I recommend it. It's cute, it's fun. Nothing to write home about. I don't think I'll ever reread it. Maybe I'll watch the movie if I'm bored enough. I don't think I'll glean much by it. I would say if you want to read a book in the same vein as this, Julia and Julia, which is I think it's technically, I guess you would say a memoir. A blogger essentially wrote through all the recipes of Julia Child's cookbook. There's a movie based off of that came out in 2009 as well. That's on par with this book. Both of them, bubblegum reading. Just good old fun. Nothing too major. Have a good one.